Hello everyone. Good evening and welcome to the International WeLoveU Foundation's Clean Action Campaign Upcycling Challenge webinar. Thank you for joining us. I'm Dwayne Ford, the Executive Director for the WeLoveU Foundation, and I'll be your host for the evening. If you've participated in WeLoveU events before, it's great to have you back. And if you're new to WeLoveU, we hope you enjoy what we've prepared for you tonight. First, I'd like to introduce the International WeLoveU Foundation to you all. The International WeLoveU Foundation is a non-governmental organization associated with the United Nations Department of Global Communications and was founded and established by our chairwoman Jang-gil Ja in 2001 in South Korea. Since then, it has expanded to over 60 countries throughout the world. The chairwoman started the organization with the goal and purpose of sharing the love of a mother to all people. As a mother cares about all of the members of her family, the WeLoveU Foundation cares about all of the members of the global family through various initiatives and volunteer services, some of which you may have seen in our opening video. This is what makes WeLoveU unique. And to learn more about the International WeLoveU Foundation, you can visit our website after the webinar by going to WeLoveU, the letter U, USA.org. That's WeLoveU, USA.org. At the beginning of this year, the International WeLoveU Foundation launched the Clean Action Campaign worldwide. We wanted to take our environmental protection and efforts up a notch in 2022 and bring you with us for the ride. The Clean Action Campaign brings you curated monthly challenges all year long from January to December to teach you sustainable habits to help reduce our warming planet's temperature. Through this, we hope people will learn how to lessen their carbon in their daily lives, and it will get us closer to reaching carbon neutrality by 2050. When we save energy and reduce resources from losses from our homes, it helps reduce carbon emissions and creates the same effect as planting 30 million trees. We hope to create a healthier and cleaner living environment with a mother's love through voluntary civic engagement. Now, June's Clean Action Challenge is all about upcycling, which brings us to tonight's webinar. Some of you may remember upcycling from last year. So what is upcycling? Well, upcycling, it is reusing materials and creating a new product of greater value. It's taking products and transforming them from something that may be trash or waste, but transforming it into something that's new and could even be better than before. Upcycling is actually a greener way of recycling, and we can find new purposes for our unwanted items before throwing them away or recycling them. Instead of disposing things, we can create something useful from them. Now tonight, we have an exceptional guest speaker to help us better understand upcycling. And I'm so excited to introduce her to you. So please join me in welcoming Ms. Deniz Sagdic. She is a renowned sustainable artist, originally from Mersin, Turkey. Deniz specializes in sculpture, printing, and engraving, receiving her master's degree in the arts. She resides in Istanbul, which is the art capital of her region. And she started her sustainable art program, Ready Remade, in 2015, focusing on items that people would think of as waste and transforming them into human portraits. Using materials such as buttons, plastic bags, and bottle caps, and old fabrics such as denim, her artwork can be seen all around the world, and she has an exhibit featured in the Istanbul Grand Airport. Deniz, welcome. We're so glad to have you. Thank you so much for coming tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you again for joining. We're so happy to have you. Just have a couple questions to help myself and all of our listeners learn a little bit more about upcycling. Then Deniz, can you share how you got your inspiration to start upcycling waste materials for your artwork?
First of all, consumers are my source of inspiration. I began to see a lot of unexpired objects thrown around me too often, and I thought I could start the story by correcting myself. I opened my closet and started to make artwork by cutting out clothes that I didn't wear or that were too tight or that I didn't like.
Okay, so it seems like from your daily life and from the people around you, that was really kind of the inspiration for your work. So what would you say is really the purpose or the goal of your work? What's the impact that you hope your art will have on society?
My goal is to draw attention to the existence of excessive consumption and waste. In fact, combining a work of art with waste is a very difficult story to tell, because art is about beauty and aesthetics. I thought that I could raise awareness and attention by presenting two opposite concepts together. Therefore, by using as much waste as possible in my art, I hope to inspire society to think, if a work of art can be made, what can I do as a doctor, as a teacher, as an engineer, and how can I behave sensitively to the environment?
Wow, that's a really noble goal. You know, they say art makes you think. And with a goal like that, I feel that you give your viewers a lot to think about. Now, you started the Ready Remade project. Could you explain what this project is and why you started it?
Tamam.
Ready Remade is a concept I made. There is a concept called ready-made, which means that the ready-made object is put directly in art history. I am against an artist taking any object, imposing concepts on it, and presenting it directly as a work of art because the concept has always existed since the existence of humanity. The more crafts and craftsmanship you put into art, the freer the work of art becomes. In this respect, I have tried to use as many crafts as possible in all my works. I have added the prefix re, that is, ready remade, a matter of reconstructing the concept again. That's why I call this whole project that I prepared Ready Remade. I try to reveal this both by using ready-made objects and adding concepts to the ready-made objects again and again with craftsmanship. The zero-point exhibition was critical for me because I had a problem breaking people's perceptions. When you look at my paintings from afar, you may think it's an oil painting or acrylic painting. And you are correct in thinking this way. However, as you move towards my art, you see that they are made of waste materials and everyday consumption items. And then your bias towards me is reset, and a new idea starts forming in your head again. Istanbul Airport was a transit point for Turkey and the world. It was very important in terms of resetting people's minds and re-equipping them with new information. I integrated the Ready Remade series with the Zero Point project. Again, this whole story was about the use of ready-made objects and the combination of ready-made objects with craft, and the tool used with craft is waste, and the waste in people's minds being reduced to zero, and the first step to start a story again.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail right on the head with what you're trying to do. I've seen so many videos of when you're panning out on this art, it looks exactly as you described, like an oil painting or something. But as you move in closer, you can see that it's either computer microchips or electrical wires, all of these different waste items. So you absolutely succeeded in that goal, in that respect. Can you also elaborate on your denim skin project?
The Denim Skin project was part of the Ready Remade project, where I focused on denim fabric. For about 2 years, I only worked with denim fabrics. While working with this fabric, I learned that it's the most democratic object in the world despite one's religion, language, race, or age. Denim is a fabric that neutralizes people. While I was working on this fabric for more than 2 years, I started to apply 12 techniques that had never been tried before. And there is only one tone in denim, which is blue, just like humans. In other words, we are all one, just like denim. That's why, for me, the Denim Skin project has a philosophical background in itself. And I think that this fabric which I see as the most democratic object in the world, integrates people and creates a language. So I named this project that is something more than skin for me.
Wow, I never thought about an everyday object like denim being thought of in that way. Well, now we've talked about the denim project, we've talked about the Ready Remade project. Well, this month's challenge is about plastic upcycling specifically. Do you have any upcycled plastic artwork you would like to talk about?
Plastic water bottles and plastics are one of the issues that bother me the most. Therefore, to draw attention to this issue, I have artwork utilizing various plastics, from plastic water bottle caps and detergent boxes to shampoo boxes. Maybe we won't be able to eat fish in the coming years because fish will now be made of plastic. I have read in many articles that there are too many small molecular particles that fish are eating and that fish are undergoing changes within themselves. That's why I try to make 2 or 3 plastic artworks in every project, especially in order to emphasize that the use of this plastic is very common. Even though these objects we use daily are a big part of our lives, they didn't exist 100 years ago. But now it's about to take over the world. That's why I must raise awareness. And I try to show this in every project.
Wow, it's really great to hear how passionate you are about that subject specifically, that you make sure you put it in each and every one of your projects. Now, I'm blown away by all the things that you've shown me and all the things that we've spoken about. But to be honest, most of our viewers, they don't have that level of talent for making those kinds of beautiful art pieces. Now, aside from reusing and upcycling different materials for your artwork, are there other creative ways that you try to upcycle, especially plastic, to live a more sustainable daily life?
The only language I know and the language I use is art. I especially prefer to use this language because I love this language. It has a structure that works from the eyes to the heart in terms of communicating. But in my own daily life, I try to pay as much attention as possible. I try not to use plastic bags. I try not to drink water from plastic water bottles. If I am going to buy something from the market, I try to make sure that it's glass. I make effort, but is that enough? It's not. When you make a work of art using plastics, you cause questions to arise in people's minds. We make them ask questions such as, how much trash do we generate? How many colors were used? How much plastic is there? How many things were used? That's why I will continue to use this language. Since this is the only method I know and the language I can use, I continue to follow this path.
Well, I can certainly appreciate that. We all should live and work in the language that we understand and that we know. Now, for our viewers, are there some tips that you can share with them to help them upcycle items that they have at home?
So there are very simple methods. Especially textile wastes are among the wastes that cause a lot of problems. First of all, the solution to the problem should be taken care of at the root. If we are buying clothes, we don't have to buy the same piece of clothing in red, yellow, and blue. By using only what we need, we can solve the problem at the source. Likewise, while we prefer plastics over anything, we can apply the same principles to all our purchases. The lifespan of an object is at least 400 to 500 years. For example, I bought this t-shirt and wore it for a while and it got worn out. Maybe I can turn it into a bag by adding handles. After a while, I can cut them into small strips and use them as mats. After more time, I can use them on the floor of my car. So there are so many different methods. We are the ones who decide its lifespan. While making this decision, the longer we use it, the more we save energy for the world and the environment. Because if we buy it, use it, and throw it away after 2 months, we will have to buy a new one. But the newly produced objects use so much energy and carbon footprints on electricity, water, logistics, human resources, marketing, and strategies until they come into production. Asking the questions, do I really need this in white too? Or, I bought this in green, so is there a need to say, let me get the brown one too? Or can we spend the whole week with 1 or 3 t-shirts? It is necessary to ask these questions. According to research, people don't use 80% of the clothes and items in their closets. For about 10 years of their lives, they come only to use 20% of what's in their closet. Let's think about this and make our choices accordingly so that our carbon footprint is less and we fulfill our responsibility towards nature.
Wow, those numbers are really, really powerful and make you really think about all these kinds of things that we might be using in our daily lives and taking for granted. What is really the impact of some of the things that we're using and some of the choices that we make in our day-to-day lives? I really, really appreciate everything that you've shared with us so far, Deniz. Do you have any other closing remarks for the viewers?
We are all a speck in this world anyway, and in fact, these particles combine and form a whole. Considering this responsibility, everyone should start by correcting and changing themselves first. Because if we want to build a main structure, if we want to build a better future, if we want to offer a different perspective to our lives, or if we want to leave a better world to the next generations, yes, we have to improve our surroundings. Still, if we start with ourselves first, the people around us will begin to see this, and they will begin to see themselves. They are going to fix it. Yes, in a way, people aware of this will already be watching us, but this will continue to spread by telling someone else what they heard from us. My motto is about water. If a glass is half full, I always see the part that is full instead of the part that is empty, the negative or lacking part. I think, look, I'm doing something like this. What are you doing? What can we do together? You have to question it. If we try to give direction to live in this way and proceed in this way, it's in our hands to make it beautiful. And our resources are dwindling day by day. We came into this world and we will leave this world. And we have to give the next generation a chance to see these beauties so that maybe many more generations will come after us. That's why I invite everyone to a sustainable life and a sustainable perspective. Because each of us is very precious and the things we produce and consume are also very valuable because we create them together. That's why let's always protect and have respect for nature.
Now, Deniz, I'm absolutely floored by all of the artwork, the amazing things that you've shared with us so far. Is there a website that you can share with our viewers that want to go online and view more of your artwork?
Actually, I'm currently using Instagram, Deniz Sagdic Art. From there, people can follow my projects and see how I produce artworks with different materials. In addition, I'm already planning to open exhibitions in other countries in the future. I will have exhibitions in many different countries from September and October. I hope we will have the opportunity to meet. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening to me. We all have a common purpose. Let's all continue to live well in this world. As we experience beauty, beauty chases us.
All of our viewers want to know, when are you coming to New York?
Absolutely, absolutely. It is already planned that I will have an exhibition in New York in the future, but it's currently in the preparation stage. I would definitely like to stop by when I come. Thank you very much for your invitation. I am also waiting for you in Istanbul. Whenever you want, the doors of my workshop are always open to you.
Şöyle söyleyeyim, aslında bu hafta Ankara'da yani
Now I have my work here. We made these preparations. It's ready here for an exhibition that will be in Ankara, Turkey.
olan sergi bir grup halinde burada hazır. Ve önümüzdeki günlerde
Here too, there is an inverted work made of leather. This is my workshop and there are different studies here. But since I will send it to the exhibition in Ankara, I have gathered everything. There is a piece that I am still working on and using electronic circuit wastes, but it's not over yet. I'm working with the materials here. There are projects that I made with denim waste. By the way, this is where all my waste is. Like this, I am breaking them into pieces. I use tin can waste, cable waste, and any kind of waste you can think of by dividing them into sections and colors. At the same time, I have parcels here. In these boxes, for example, I make works of art using plastic boxes, cardboard boxes, and any kind of household waste that I can think of. Every object is very precious to me and everything can turn into a work of art. That's why I try to use different materials as much as possible. For example, there are only pharmaceutical wastes in this artwork here. Approximately 20 artworks will be on display in Ankara, so a busy week will be waiting for me. And hopefully we will do this exhibition all around the world. I would like to say one more thing. I am really excited to share your organization on my social media. I would really love to share your organization. In that way, people who also do these good deeds in the world can be seen.
Thank you to our incredible guest speaker, Deniz. We are so happy that you could join us for the We Love You Upcycling webinar. And I'm so thankful to all of our viewers for joining us as well. We hope everyone will join the We Love You Clean Action Upcycling Challenge this month. If you want to understand more about it, go to our website at WeLoveUusa.org. And I hope we can all do our part, whether big and small, to help restore harmony to our planet. If you'd like to learn more about the International We Love You Foundation or get involved with any other initiative, you can again go to our website at WeLoveUusa.org. We hope to see you soon, and we'd like to say goodbye by saying, we love you.
O zaman birlikte yapalım. Love.
Bye, everyone. Have a good evening.
Bye.